So when I heard that at the general chapter, which I hope will take place in January, that they're going to change the name to Mission Partners, I think that that would mean a whole new organization, in a sense, for us here in the States. Because I've always been committed to lay missionary work, and I feel that that probably would be a way to slowly get into that type of ministry, that we would have the laity working with us. I know when I heard about the new name being given to it, I wrote to the HSMA members, and I got some really good responses. Some of them said, I wish that you would come and give us a retreat here, and that could be on the East Coast or the West Coast. Some said, I wish that we could share more in your ministries, which I had not invited them to do up to that point. Now when I think about it, I think that there's a lot of potential, but we would have to reorganize ourselves completely. And I think that it's maybe that's what God is calling us to do at this time, because we would need to be more organized and really to develop the spirituality of these people, not just prayer partners, but they would be ministering with us and living with us many times. And that's a whole different thing. That's a challenge. So I think we too, as sisters, would need more formation work in that. Then I think we need a lot of communication. They talked about using Zoom, that we could get together. And I think that's a great idea. I'm not a specialist in that, but I think that probably would offer a lot of potential, because we have people in probably 35 states here in the United States, that 35 out of 50 states, that people are members of the Holy Spirit Missionary Association. So I think it would take a lot of communication, organization. And when I think about the ministry and community life, I think in ministry as a nurse, I've worked a lot with the laity. We have ministered together. When I was first in nursing learning and a young nurse, they were my bosses. And I learned so much from them. They had real compassion and care for the patient, and they used to tell me, you listen to the patient and see what they're really saying to you. And I found out that had a lot of significance, because sometimes the words weren't communicating as much as what they were asking for, in a sense, unconsciously. So I learned a lot from my bosses who were laity. And then when I became more experienced and I became the boss of some of them, I found a tremendous generosity with them. If a nurse didn't come in on a shift, I thought, oh, I have to stay and take care of it. Many times the nurses would say, no, you go, I'll stay. And they would do double shifts. And if we got stuck with snow or something like that, they would stay at the hospital and make sure that they were there for their shifts. And they were so compassionate toward the patients. I learned a lot from them. So I think there's a lot of potential in all of that. When I think of sharing community with them, community life, it's something I have not done yet in my life. I've not really lived in the same house, same community with the people that I was ministering with or to. So that, I think, would require a lot of formation for our sisters. And I think, hopefully, we're ready for that challenge, because I think it's going to come, or it's here. And Jesus spoke so much about how we are to share our gifts with one another. And I think that that's what this is calling us to do.